Guy golly, we are back. Welcome back to the Everybody's Name That Ends in Y podcast. Just kidding. We are the rotating group from the Clashing Conferences. We're here to talk about college, baby. What's up, boys?
What's going on?
What up? Chaos everywhere this week.
Now, I just have to say real quick, I was wearing the glasses because I wanted to look intellectual, but all of a sudden I'm realizing that everybody's wearing glasses on this podcast, so that's it. Going back to being a rebel. All right. Cody.
Well, I need them to see, unfortunately, but
Well, you don't have the three blind mice ones on, so that's nice. I'm really liking the Horace Grant goggles. I'm digging
that's
it,
what I was
Tony.
going for.
I'm digging it. You look like you ripped down a lot of rebounds. Now, we are going to do our little introductions right now. If you cannot tell by the glare in Cody's eyes, Cody is actually watching UK, and from the way he is acting, you would think that UK is down by one, when in fact, they're up by about 70 points right now. So, there is that. They are playing... They're playing Kentucky Community College. They are covering the spread.
No, they're not covering the spread.
They are not covering the spread.
They are not.
We'll get to that. Tony, you had homework last week after having one of the most infamous clips of all time in Clashing Conferences history. Tony, I'm here to ask you now. The people want to know, what are we known as?
A sports fan network.
Nailed it. That is correct. Patty, did you help him?
Honestly, I'm just not sure because I thought that Cody was the one that struggles with English. So having Tony P be that guy, I'm not quite sure on that one.
Okay.
It's a Kentucky thing.
This is definitely the remedial podcast over here. This is the slow class podcast.
Nobody took calculus in this podcast.
This also better. It's also better not be the averting eye contact podcast, boys. So again, at some point we're gonna need to lock it in here. But in the meantime, you can watch your stories and your programs while I do my little ditty real quick. Again, we are the Clashing Conferences. We are looking for more people. We have 13 members covering 7 states right now. If you would like to be the 14th and add to that total, by all means, we would love to have you. If you would like to join us, all you need to do is reach out, hit us up on social media, Twitter,
Team up.
Instagram, all the other stuff. I don't know because I don't use them, but I'm told that they exist. Like Facebook or MySpace or MyFace or whatever they're called. Anywho, hit us up on that. We will talk to you, and believe me when I tell you, we will find a way to bring you into the fold. Also, got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Sparrow Hair Studio in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So once again, if you're looking to get a cut, go see Lean. Shout out to Lewis, Clashing Conferences champion, by the way, for hooking that up. So again, Sparrow Hair Studio, go check them out. Boys, did I forget anything?
No, I think we did good. It's getting right down to the meaty greedy.
All right. Boys, you're the college professors. I'm the student here. What is happening? What's going on? What did I miss this week? What's happening right this moment?
A huge college basketball slate tonight and tomorrow. A lot of invitationals go on during this week. So Maui Invitational, a couple others going on. Like tonight, I think we got Kansas Duke at 10. And then North Carolina Auburn at like midnight or something like that. Like it's some egregious time because it's in Honolulu. But there's been some good college basketball over the last week. Obviously, Cody's diving into his Kentucky and everything like that.
What about UConn getting beat twice?
Yeah, but I kind of feel like, didn't this happen with UConn early last year where they lost like 2 pre-December? They dropped to like 12 and then went like 22-0 in the Big East, or in the not Big East anymore, whatever they call it. And,
the half East.
Yeah. But I'll never be worried about Danny Hurley's team in November, unfortunately. So
he's a good coach. I'll give him that. He was,
and I mean, they won 2 championships in a row. It's hard to three-peat, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's,
especially when guys go out, they don't have any. All those guys got drafted from last year. They don't have none of those guys back, so it's a whole new team. And Marquette's the top of the Big East this year, anyways. So they're looking down on a Dan Hurley 2-loss team already. I'm okay with that. Like, let's decimate them, get them out of the way right away.
Who y'all got with the Duke and Kansas tonight?
I mean, I'm taking Kansas in the points. You're going to give me the number 1 team in the country and points. And on top of that, Bill Self is 1,000 times better coach.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Kansas as well. Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously, I don't cheer for puke, but Kansas it is.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
in Duke or is that's a tournament?
no, it's a tournament.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll see. I think it'll be. I kind of side with you, Tony, about how, especially early in the year, I'm going to take the quote unquote more experienced team. Like Cody talked about this with Kentucky, kind of got Duke because of the inexperience of Flag and those younger guys right now. Now,
Yep.
if this game's played in January, I'm probably taking Duke. But in November, I'll take Kansas plus 3.5, and I think they probably just went outright just because of coaching experience and everything like that. We talk about when two teams are even. What do we talk about? We talk about coaching, and obviously Bill Self is the top of the top when it comes to that.
Definitely a great or a legend, really. Not even a great, just a legend. And, I hate Kansas, but he's definitely a legend.
Maybe a dumb question, but who was the last team to do a three-peat in college basketball? Was it UCLA?
Has it been done?
I don't
Yeah,
know if they
you
ever won
too.
3 in a row. I'm not. I would have to double check. I know they won 11 in like 19 or 18 years or something like that. But I
Okay.
don't ever know if there was 3 in a row. There could have been,
Yeah.
but I just don't know. That's a good little
I think,
interesting fact if it
I-
is.
if I'm not mistaken, I think the last team to almost pull it off, and not just because it's my team, but it is Kentucky in the 90s. I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to that, but I'm almost positive that
What?
we
I
was.
mean,
When did they win
Florida
back to
won
back?
2 straight. Florida won 2. They almost pulled it off.
Florida.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
I did with
that's the
Joakim,
team
wasn't
I
it?
always think of. Is
Yep.
that team
That
was
Florida
the
team was so fun to watch.
Yeah,
yeah
it
Chandler
was.
Parsons, Joakim Noah, Al Horford.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
What a
Horford
team!
yeah.
What
Like,
a team!
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. What about football? I know there was a lot of football. I did actually tune in. I was again. This is why I don't watch college
What did you
football.
tune in for though? What did you tune in
Oh,
for?
we got away. Oh, it's Army and Notre Dame. And then it was an absolute beatdown, just like I said it would be. Every college game always ends up being that. It's always like, it's the varsity team versus the fifth graders. Wow. So, I don't know.
yeah, but
Is that how it went?
didn't I tell you that Notre Dame was going to put the foot on Army, and then this is the game this week to look at, and they're going to get USC on the road and get in trouble early, and hopefully they pull it off. But like, this is classic Notre
Hopefully they
Dame.
pull it off. Is where you're at with Notre Dame USC next week.
I mean, I, I'd love to have more confidence, but in my lifetime, as far as Notre Dame and USC goes, I tend to. I guess this is the Met fan in me that I tend to side on the side of them getting beat by Leinart and Bush and all those guys for countless years when they had Brady Quinn, and they just never seem to show up against USC. So hopefully they do. I mean, it was huge for Notre Dame having Bama go down and Ole Miss go down. Like those were two huge losses in their case because they're not going to let. I mean, maybe one of them gets in at 3 losses, but definitely not both of them now. So how the shape up of these next 2 weeks is going to be, pretty crazy and everything like that. So we'll see.
How many more weeks until it's over?
So this week and then next week is
Conference
conference
championship.
championships.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically 2 weeks and we'll have a college football playoff that Sunday. Um, the biggest quote unquote storylines right now are Indiana
SEC's all
lost.
messed up.
Well, Indiana lost to OSU, but they really spotted them 14 points on special teams. Like they had a muffed punt, and then they had a punt return for a touchdown, and then they never really got close. With those SEC teams losing, that gets interesting. Um, so Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan's this weekend. So that's another
Yeah.
big game to keep an eye out on, and kind of
The
what
Iron
happens
Bowl.
with the Big 12 at this point of Colorado lost last weekend, BYU got their second loss. Does Arizona State win the Big 12 and squeak in as like a 13th seed in the country as a 5 or 6 seed, but we'll see.
Matt, but one cool thing about football is the Arizona BYU game. Do you know what happened in that game?
That was
Stuff.
They
nuts.
they stormed the field and then found out there was 1 second left on the play and threw a Hail Mary. They had to clear the field, threw a Hail Mary, and the guy got tackled at the 1 yard line. And then the fans stormed the field right back after that again.
I saw on
Yeah.
TikTok this one of the fans that stormed the field after they were trying to get him off. He recorded a TikTok and he snuck his way into the medical tent, the see-through medical tent, and he's recording. He goes, "Well, they'll never know I'm here. They're trying to get us off the field, but I'm in the medical tent." I'm like, oh my God.
That's smart.
I didn't
That is
see
smart.
I didn't see what college it was, but there was some college that played a rivalry game this weekend. It wasn't obviously like a big time game, but there was some college that played a rivalry game, and they tore down the goalpost and walked 5 miles with the goalpost to throw it in the river.
Holy shit,
Hey.
It
Kentucky
was like the
mushrooms.
Citadel or something like that, like one of those weird
Yeah.
and they
Oh, I
walked
love it.
5 miles with the goalpost down to the river.
I was gonna say, do you think they just did like a Forrest Gump and they were just like, "I'm really tired."
I'm tired now. I'm going home. They all get to the river and they're like, "Hey man, are we gonna go out?" No, I'm just so tired right now.
No, Chad, we're going home.
Oh.
Goodness. Yeah, I mean, no, I tried to stay in touch with college this weekend because I know that it's important and I want to stay up on things, but then I just started looking at the scoreboard and I went, yeah, I don't care. That's
Matt,
exactly what I thought it was going to be, so,
here's my shameless plug of the day that will get you into college football. Great Twitter follow. Maybe we'll clip this and we can mention him. Coach Dan Casey on Twitter and Instagram. He's a high school coach around the country. He does a bunch of stuff. But basically what he does is he takes all the stuff that people do in college football and basically clips them all the time. So like Kansas ran this play last week where they ran tight end delay, where like the tight end kind of waits for a second and then he leaks out to the other side. But they ran it out of two. Cody, are you down by 22 now instead of 23?
Up
It's 80,
22.
81-64.
Oh, okay. So we're up
But
we're
we're
up
not hitting
17.
nothing. Yeah, we're not hitting nothing. Like,
So
Cheers, Cody.
they run this play, but they give it to the quarterback in front, and then he runs boot backwards and throws it across. It's just like the creativity of college football makes it so much more enjoyable for me. And I love the NFL, never not side of the NFL, but the creativity that coaches have in college, awesome and
oh, they
awesome.
always got the signs and the hand. Oh, I know, it's crazy. I wanted to actually take a second and pivot just because I have a question. So, Patty, I know you're taking a lot of heat on social media for your Rudy Rudabaker takes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it's like to be part of a squad. Tony P, if Rudy
Oh,
Rudabaker wants that smoke, what would you say to him on behalf of Patty?
I would say, look at you, Rudy Rudabaker Jamoke. I ain't let you come in to talk to Patty Daddy like that. And then I'd put him in a headlock and I'd give him a big noogie.
Why? Why did you become Southern at the end of that, or a
I was going to
debutante?
ask
Why?
that too.
Because we're a squad. I was morphing into all of us at one time. That was like taking on the traits of all of us at one time. All right, any other? All right, let's do Mad Libs now. More questions to get me on the spot. Yeah, whatever, dude.
That was great. I'm sorry, Tony.
Okay.
You're a content machine. I'm just trying to put the
Oh,
quarter in,
God.
keep the machine
Listen, why
running.
don't we talk about Wisconsin getting the number 3 dual quarterback in the country right now? Like,
Let's
maybe
talk
that's next
about.
year. Like, maybe we'll talk about that, yeah?
Okay, maybe. Well, it sounds like you have something to say, Tony. Why don't you go ahead and elaborate for us?
Oh, well, I'm excited to have the number 3 prospects in the country coming to the Badgers, a
Nice
freshman,
recap.
finally. We got a new direction, and this is going to be the quarterback that our coach is hooked to. So, if this guy makes it, then our coach is going to make it. But it's the splash the Big Ten needs. Barstool Big Cat helped make it happen, so I'm excited about that.
That's cool.
Actually having some sort of like reputation in Wisconsin, and that brings more recruits. Just more recruits, more recruits, more recruits. That's all we need.
It's
Yep.
funny you say that because Barstow actually helped Michigan. Dave Portnoy helped Michigan get the number one, or not, maybe
Mm-hmm.
not number one, but the quarterback. I guess
Mm-hmm.
Barstow's doing big things trying to use that NIL money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Cody, what's the update? Where are we at?
85-64 with a minute to go.
Okay.
Cody, how much of a difference is that? Quick math, go.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I can't. We'll go
Okay.
ahead and do that.
The spread is 23.5. So is that gonna hit or not gonna hit?
No, it's
'Cause-
21.
I don't
What do
know.
you mean it's 21?
No. Like
Look.
it's a 21-point difference right now. It's what the math
Yeah,
that
so
Cody
we're
couldn't
right
do.
there. Like, are we hitting or not hitting?
Look, I did not take math seriously in school, okay? And I regret it as an adult. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But that's why I got my cell phone, because I got a calculator. Gotcha.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I always have a calculator on hand.
So, real quick, let's do a quick roundabout. You guys were talking about some big games coming up, including Kansas and Duke tonight. So, I don't know about all this gambling mumbo jumbo, but what are your just straight up who's winning tonight picks?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Crap, now I don't want to say Kansas. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna stand up for our buddy, two-way Tony, and I'm gonna go North Carolina over Auburn.
Huh?
He
There
asked
you
North
you to
go.
pick
Carolina
the
over
Kansas.
Auburn.
He asked you to pick Kansas and Duke straight up, and then you picked North
I thought it
Carolina.
was any pick for the night. I thought it
Leave
was
We
it.
any
started with
pick.
Let's start with Kansas Duke.
Kansas. Okay, I said Kansas. Yes, Kansas, 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 Kansas.
Hey, I might not be able to do math, but I can answer the right question. I just want to
Okay,
throw
so
that out there.
first off, jerk face, I answered that question in the beginning segment 15 minutes ago who I was picking, alright? Sorry, I thought we were doing pick of the night, alright?
Norky, Clementone. So, your pick for North Carolina and Auburn is UNC. Patty,
Yes,
Cody.
UNC.
I'll take
Um,
Auburn's just playing a little hotter basketball for me right now, so I'll
I
take
was,
Auburn
you
slightly.
can't count out Bruce Pearl. I take Auburn.
Okay. And then finally, Patty, you alluded to USC Notre Dame next week. So, who are you taking?
I mean, I'm taking Notre Dame, but I'm scared shitless.
I mean, I think now I'm going to take taking points with USC because they're going to be, what, 2 touchdown underdogs?
No, I don't want to
Easily.
know about the point. I don't know. I just want to know.
Oh,
Is it this team
sorry, USC,
or that team?
USC. Now I'm taking USC.
There we go. There we go.
I'm gonna go USC. That's my team in my dynasty on NCAA.
Okay.
Nope.
Cody, I can't wait to beat you with North Texas in NCAA Dynasty.
Dude,
Is that
I'm Patty. North Texas is so good. Oh my gosh.
look? I will say the other day I was playing online and they had Ball State and I think I had Oregon and they beat my bad,
Okay, well, that's a point in the
bad.
jar. But,
I
dude,
couldn't I couldn't say it any other way. It was bad. It was
you
like a
All right,
got to
30
play a
point
little
game.
above varsity level, man. That's just
all
the
right,
start.
Matt. Here's your question of the day, mascot of the day. What is the North Texas mascot slash name?
Ooh.
Tumbleweed? I don't know. What the
They
hell?
are the North Texas Mean Green.
Yeah.
Okay. There's not a
Mean.
lot of green in Texas. What is it?
It's like a falcon, but they're the
Yeah.
Mean Green.
The big
Green
mean green.
Falcon. Okay. And that's what, yeah. Okay. North Texas, you say, huh? Close to Oklahoma? All right.
How is that even a team name?
Yikes on bikes. Shout out to Shepherd Air Force Base located in North Texas. That's why I know North Texas. Okay. Gentlemen,
We won.
Tony. Two-way Tony's not here. You got that twinkle in your eye, though. Do you know what time it is?
It's that silly time.
Oh, also known as
That is.
Matt Lives. Content manager, if you're still awake, please cue the music. Oh, this one. That's gonna come back and haunt somebody. No, they're quick. They're quick. They're quick. Easy one goes bye-bye. And we're back. Because we never left. Anyways, let's see. All right. Patty, yours is going to be a two-parter. Your
Okay.
answers are great, so I want to kind of switch up Matt Libs. I'm going to experiment with you. So, you can answer, give me off the top of your head, I want one answer, and then I'm going to circle back after I ask these boys their two questions, and I want you to give me your other answer. Make sense?
Sounds good.
Gorgeous. All right. Patty, two of the dumbest sports movies, in your opinion, are blank and blank.
Dumbest. Okay. So
Ooh.
off the top of my head, no thinking. Dumbest as in I'll just explain to everyone this is like what I don't like personally. Not that they're necessarily a dumb movie. I think Field of Dreams is stupid. And if I had to pick a second, I would say, oh my god,
You can think about it.
I'll say who. No, you told me to give you two, or you want another
Yeah.
one on the round off. All right,
One now, one
I'll
later.
hold it for the round off.
Yeah. See? All right. Let that marinate. All right. Cody,
Yep.
I know you love UK.
Hmm.
So I'm pushing you into your discomfort zone on this one, okay?
Okay. All right.
If you could fight, box, MMA, slap, or have fisticuffs with one UK alum, who would it be and why?
Hmm. It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, we'll go. I got two. We'll go two. I got Saul Smith just because he was the coach's son. Everybody thought he'd be great. Whatever, he wasn't. And then probably Julius Randle. When I met him, he was very, very arrogant. Like I went to go get an autograph, and it was my sister's shirt. I think she was too nervous to get it, so I walked up. I was like, "Hey man, can you sign this?" He goes, "I'm not signing nothing like that." Uh, okay, and
What
uh,
do
uh,
you sign would have
Was
been the
this
next
while
question.
he
yeah.
was at Kentucky or a pro?
While he was at Kentucky at the
Hmm.
camp out to get Big Blue Madness tickets. So it was before he
Hmm.
even played one practice in front of fans.
Yeah.
And he said, "No, I'm not going to sign that." Like, okay, I won't ask you again.
All right. Well,
But I did.
Julius Randle, if you're listening, 2025 Clashing Conferences Olympics.
Yep.
You, Cody, fisticuffs, perhaps a duel. I don't know. We'll see.
Possibly if you could bring the rest of the team with you so I could get, meet them, the Harrison
Autographs from
twins
him.
and things. So
It'd be fine.
throw
Or
that
just
in
sign
there.
the shirt. I don't know.
Yeah, or sign the shirt. None of this
Sign the
would have
shirt.
happened.
We have to talk about autographs off air. I had this whole epiphany about them. I need you
Okay.
guys' thoughts. Tony P. I know
Yes,
you well,
sir.
sir. Now, I know you and I both have sisters, right? You have two, I have one.
Yeah.
So, Tony P, tell me a Wisconsin player, could be past, present, whatever, that you would be proud to call your brother-in-law.
Kirk Kaminsky. Frank Kaminsky. Frank Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky. This thing landed back on the table.
Really?
Why
Yeah.
Frank Kaminsky?
Big boy center took us to the only championship ever. Won me the biggest college basketball sporting event in my life against undefeated Kentucky, who was crowned the greatest team of all time. And we went in there and stomped them from start to finish. Yeah, Frank
Surprised you didn't say
Kaminsky.
Sam Decker.
I mean, he would have been number two, probably his best man.
Oh, I almost said it, but that would have been.
Oh my goodness.
Let's bring that whole team back, and you can bring your whole crap Kentucky team back, and we'll
Hey,
have a 10-year later anniversary game. How about that?
but you
Ooh.
realize that most of the players on that team from us are still playing in the NBA, whereas
Doesn't
Decker
matter.
and Kaminsky.
Didn't
Are
matter
out of
for
the
a
NBA.
second. I'm telling you, those 12 players play those 12 players every time they're gonna win.
Decker is currently the head of sales at the Manitoba Chevy in Wisconsin.
Is that real?
Are you
No, but
serious? Oh,
no, but
I was about to say, oh my God.
I'm sitting here laughing like he's not making more money than me, regardless of what job he's doing.
Oh
Shout out
my
to Sam
God.
Decker if you're out there. Hey, Tony would love to have Thanksgiving with you if you're.
Listen,
I
I mean,
wouldn't.
anytime you ever want to talk to me about the biggest sporting event of my college basketball career with my guy Cody, I'll talk about that any day of the week.
Okay.
Oh my God.
The
Oh
Biggles
no.
not beat the spread. Is that my guess? Is that what happened?
Ow. No, no. Oh, Kentucky won. Absolutely
Oh,
by
okay. Okay.
15. But still, we should have, or
Only
yeah, we should have
15?
still won by 48. But, whatever.
You had me thinking it was close the whole time, so you sold it.
Just
I'll give you that.
imagine that, but then imagine if it is close how I act.
Oh, pure comedy.
It is. I got like a TV brick. It's like a little foam brick. It says TV brick on it. And so if they get, if it gets crazy, I throw that Stuffed brick at the TV.
Oh boy, Patty.
Okay. I have had some thought, and I will settle on. I love the Rocky franchise as a whole, but I will settle on the Rocky Balboa insert of. So I guess it's technically Rocky 6, right, or
Yeah.
5, whatever it is. I can't remember. It
Six.
might not even have a number. It's literally just called. It's the one that's called Rocky Balboa, and it doesn't fit in any of the other films. Like, and
Yeah.
it's just a nightmare. So that's what I'll settle on as my second one.
Okay.
You know, I've
That's
never
fine.
watched a Rocky movie ever.
But
None. Yeah,
All
it
right,
happens.
it was a good podcast. I will be signing off until Cody watches a Rocky movie.
Hey, I'm not, wow, that really hurt my feelings. All right.
What? Cody, do
Yeah.
you understand that the land where all of the people from this podcast are from, that they have a statue of this fictional character up in their city? That's how important
Yes.
this guy. Are you kidding me? You have
Yeah.
not seen these movies?
No.
Do
No.
you not get any Rocky references anywhere you go in life?
Yeah, I get them. You know what I'm saying? I've seen clips, things like that, but as me sitting down and watching the whole movie, no, I've never, I've started it, got up halfway through and, squirrel brain, I'm like, oh, something's over there. And then I go there and never come back to the movie.
We're gonna have to have movie night when we do our get together in the summertime.
What'd you do on the trip?
Friday
Well,
night movie night, Rocky, yeah. Oh my lord. Okay. Well,
did I lose respect right there? Did I
I
lose a
don't know
lot
what
of
to say. I'm genuinely a little lost
honestly,
on that one.
honestly, you could have just left it as I've never seen Rocky, and I think some people could have lived with it. But then you said I started it, and then halfway I left it on, and that's gonna like people think that you go after Rudy Rudibaker. You don't go after Rocky Balboa. Like
I
you
was
do
gonna say,
not go
Cody,
after
I've
Rocky
never seen
Balboa.
Rudy, so I don't get any of those references they're talking about. So
And again, I've
I
seen
guess I
half that
really,
movie.
I guess I did kind of mess up here, and I should have stood tall. That movie Rudy is in the bottom too as well. I really should have just tripled
yeah,
down.
it's gotta
Really
be.
should have just
We
tripled
we do
down at
not
that
care about
point.
that movie in this
But
podcast.
I guess I'll watch Rocky this week at some point, I guess, on Thanksgiving.
Well, there's only
Rocky,
18 for you to
Rudy,
watch, so
all the
you're good.
friggin' one name movie. Oh, okay.
Is
Well,
there
that
a specific Rocky I should watch, or just start from one
Rocky
and go all the
one,
way through?
go in order.
first one. You gotta go
Okay.
in order.
Sometimes the sequels suck, so you never want to watch the
No,
sequels.
man, no. They did these ones right. No, no. Cody, the montages. You're gonna see some of the best '80s montages you've never seen in your life. You get out. Oh my god.
Cody's gonna be Jack next week.
Listen, Cody, I don't. I know this is a family show, so I won't go into detail. But you'll at least have a watching Rocky.
Oh
Like
lord.
at least, like like at least.
What? Deal. I'm signed. I'm in. I'm there.
Oh. Oh my goodness. I do believe that there's something swimming in the water. Oh
Oh
boy.
shit, guys.
So, gentlemen,
Yeah.
bef-
Hooey. Ooh,
Hold on,
oh,
child.
hold on,
all
hold
right.
on, hold on. Can I intervene?
Yeah.
Can I
You
intervene?
are.
I dude, I don't ever do this. I don't ever do this. I have been crying this entire episode. Oh my gosh. Th- th- This has to be the funniest episode we have ever done. Hands down. I'm literally crying the entire episode.
Ooh.
Cody, you
Hello,
have not
different.
watched
That's a
Rocky?
nursing home football podcast.
Cody, you've never watched Rocky?
This is a football podcast. We got my Walker in the football podcast.
Look,
Wow.
I
Don't
was.
worry,
Oh,
we're coming for you, children. Bucks are back home, baby.
y'all got me on camera. I'm gonna have to put myself in this section now.
Yeah.
You know how much work this is going to cause me? I'm crying. This is hilarious. Holy crap.
Oh, how come I watch Rocky this week, guys?
Oh, oh,
Oh
jeepers
my
crowd.
god.
Cody, are you
We're still
Italian?
airing, right?
What?
Are you Italian?
No.
Oh, well then, friggin' okay. I was gonna say,
Cody,
do it for
spell the
ties
word
in.
Italian.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Another Kentucky ploy, huh?
E-Y, Italian. Bang, got it.
Did you not spell that, Cody?
Yeah, I can spell it. Are y'all ready?
Do it.
Yeah.
I
All
am.
right.
I
All right.
am.
Well, don't make fun of me because I'm gonna have to sound it out just a tad. All right.
Right. This is good.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. A towel. I don't know. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
all right. There we go. Now Steve's gonna be up until tomorrow editing.
I'm sorry. I did fumble that bag.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna land this plane. Let me get my professional. We are the Clashing Conferences podcast. We
Real
usually talk
podcast.
about sports if we're not talking about movies and pop culture and things that annoy us and all that other stuff. But with that said, we do like to talk about sports. We would love to add you to our roster. We are always looking to expand. We obviously talk about college and baseball and NBA and NFL, but there are a lot more teams and a lot more sports out there too. So if you would like to talk about those, come and join us by all means. Boys, my belly hurt when I joined. I don't know why, but now I know why it hurts. It's from laughing, but hey, that's a good problem to have, right?
Great
Yeah,
problem.
it was a good episode.
And
Happy
hopefully the
Thanksgiving
Tony.
if you're listening afterwards. Trying to join the
Yeah.
Happy
network, everything like
Thanksgiving.
that.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And again, hopefully the Flugrat effect will boost our ratings. And Rudy Rudabaker, if you're out there, we're looking for you, man. We're looking for you. So, all right. Hey, gentlemen, I found my buzzer. So, night
When
night.
was that? 10 minutes ago?
I disagree. I disagree. I'm literally going to give you the play-by-play on how you would participate in this podcast in less than 15 seconds. Here we go. You download an app. Our content producer, content manager sends you a link. You hit the link. You record, and usually within 30 seconds, unless you have COVID internet, you're done. That's it. You do nothing else. Steve does all the work. He stays up late at night. He does the editing. App, click it, hang up. The end. So,
That's
again,
it.
I understand people don't want to take on any more work than they need to. You're not. So just keep
There
that
is
in
no
mind.
work. This is fun time.
Yes.
Sometimes a little bit of extra
Fun
work,
time.
maybe if you want to be the host. But if
Big
you just
facts.
want to be a team rep, come in here and talk about your team as easily as you talk about it with any one of your friends or rivals.